Alright, so we have read the next 2 pages. We'll continue. I just forgot to put this recording on.
Okay, ma'am.
Alright. Please keep yourself muted unless and until you get a chance. So what we find out here on this page that Regnier took the man inside his office to get him checked thoroughly. Mr. Skine and Mr. Morris were searching for the ring while the girl that was standing in front of Mr. Undertaker's shop enters. She shows a brooch for a repairman and Mr. Morris says no. Let's find out what happened next. If you can see in the picture, the man behind the counter can be Mr. Morris. The girl wearing the yellow coat with yellow hair is the girl, and behind her is Miss Suskind. Now, Mr. Morris, Regnier, Mr. Morris. Okay. Wait. Okay, Nitanchu, you will Mr. Morris. Bhumika, you will read the brackets. Kanika, you are Mr. Regnier. You can start. Nitanchu, Mr. Morris. Kanika. Yeah, Nitanchu, want to read the brackets? Okay, Nitanchu will read the brackets. Acha, just wait. Mr. Nitanchu is Morris. Mr. Morris. Kanika, what were you?
Ma'am, Mr. Rajneer.
Kanika is Mr. Regnier and Bhumika is reading the brackets. So, Bhumika, you can start.
Sternly. Mr. Morris, sternly.
Sternly.
Madam.
Sternly. Sorry. Yes, continue.
Mr. Morris, sternly.
Madam, if you do not stop right now, I will press an alarm.
The girl stopped and turned toward Mr. Morris.
We do not want any unpleasantness. So please hand over the ring that you have put in the left pocket of your coat.
The girl turned pale. She gave Mr. Morris the ring and ran out of the shop. At the same time, Mr. Rajneer came out of his office with the man, looking worried.
We did not find the ring in his clothes. Where can it be?
Mr. Ragnier, here is the ring.
Opening his hand and showing Mr. Rajneer the ring, the man turned red and hurried out of the shop like a shoot from a gun. Rajneer excitedly.
Oh, this is great. But where did you find it? How did you get it?
I will explain everything from scratch. When the man walked in, I noticed that the man was wearing a very bright necklace. So I thought he might prefer something more modern than that we sell. So I wondered why he had come to Ragnier's.
I see.
Now, what is actually happening as the girl was going back, Mr. Morris stopped her and said that please give the ring If you do not stop, he will press the alarm. And he asked him to give the ring back that she has put in her left pocket of her coat. So as she gives the ring, she just runs out. After giving the ring, she runs out of the shop. And at the same time, Mr. Regnier comes back and says that he cannot find the ring and he was very worried. So Mr. Morris gave him the ring. And then he asked that how did you find and where did you find? How do you know this all? So he starts telling the story that how observant he was, that he saw this man wearing very bright necktie and he thought that he has a modern taste. So he would prefer something that we do not sell at Regnier's. So he's just telling that how he find out that how the thieves are going to steal the ring. We have Mr. Morris and Mr. Regnier. We'll do two dialogues here. Mr. Morris, Mr. Regnier, Mr. Morris, Mr. Regnier. Fine, and then I'll give somebody else the rules. Okay. Dolly will be Mr. Morris and Ravneet Mr. Regnier for the first 4 dialogues. Dolly and Ravneet.
Ma'am, can I, Mr. Morris, Ravneet?
No. Ravneet, I have given you Mr. Regnier. You are Mr. Regnier. Yes, Dolly and Ravneet, start.
Then the girl, who had been loitering around the undertaker's shop for quite some time, walked in while he was searching the man. She brought in a cheap brooch for repair. Now everyone knows that Regnier's doesn't do cheap repairs. The girl came in, took out a packet from her bag with her left hand, even though it was evident that she wasn't left-handed. She put her left hand just where the man, who was actually left-handed, had put his hand when I was taking the tray of rings out of the safe, just before I noticed that the flower ring was missing.
What could he have done with the ring in such a short time?
Alright.
There
Now
was
he,
one.
no bus, Dolly, that's it. Now what is happening, he's just telling that when he saw the girl loitering means just moving here and there without any purpose. Um, purpose for quite some time, and she bought a brush. So everyone in that area knows that Regniers do not do cheap repairs, right? So the girl was doing the work with the left hand, but actually you can tell by looking at the person whether they are right-handed or left-handed. So she was doing all the work with the left hand, and she has put the hand exactly where the man who was actually a left-handed has put. Now we have Mr. Morris, Regnier, Miss Suskind. Okay. Acha, do not raise your hands. Okay. All right. Vanchika, will you be able to speak? You were raising your hand. Do you want the part? Vanchika?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Vanchika is Miss Suskind. Vidhi, you are Mr. Regniers. Somebody who has not got a chance. Please do not unmute yourself until and unless I take your name. Vanchika, Vidhi. Vidhi, are you ready?
Yes,
Where
ma'am.
is okay? Vidhi, you are Mr. Regniers, and all right. Who else has not got a chance? Come on, boys. Yash,
Yes, ma'am.
You will be Mr. Morris.
Okay, ma'am.
Start reading.
There was one more thing that I had noticed when I placed the fourth tray on the table. That the man had stopped chewing gum. Now you can't swallow chewing gum, nor can you simply drop it on the floor. There was no waste bin nearby, and he had not moved from where he was standing. So I gathered that he must have put it somewhere within his reach. I promptly looked for the chewing gum under the edge of the counter on his side. By then the girl had already taken the ring from there, but I could see the mark where the ring had been pressed into the gum.
Vidhi, read.
Brilliant. Morris, you have done me a great favor today.
Vanchika.
Such a such an eventful day. Twice I thought there might be a scarcely first when I asked the man to check his turn ups, and second when Mr. Marius tired to stop the girl from feeling with the ring. Quite an adventure for us.
Morris, you have saved the day.
Now, what has actually happened? The man who was chewing the gum has put the gum at the left side of the counter and placed the ring with the gum. So when the girl enters, she also placed her hand and take out the gum. It was Mr. Morris' observation who find out that this is how they are going to steal the ring, and he saved it from actually happening. Now, this was the end of the story that Mr. Morris saved the day. Do you think you can create a different end? Can you create a different end of the story? How do you think the story could end? Give a different ending to the story. Anyone? Come on, create. Okay, thinking. Yes, Shubham, do you want to end the story in different note? Aaron, when he bent down, when he was going down to pick up the paper in which brooch was there, he saw the gum and the print of the ring. There was a print of the ring. If you have a chewing gum, you can try. If you put your finger, there is a print of your finger on that gum. So there was an impression of that ring on that chewing gum. Yes, this is a mysterious or this is a thrilling story. Okay, yes, Srijanya.
Ma'am, like that the Mr. Morris, when he was trying to pick the brooch from down from the floor, he saw the ring.
Okay, all right, very good.
But
In
but that while when the man came, he was already very angry on him.
all right, so yeah, it can be ending that instead of the girl taking the ring, Mr. Morris found the ring first. Yes, very nice. Anyone else? Yes, Avneet.
Ma'am, it can. Ma'am, it can be also asked that the Mr. Morris go angry and have send the letter to the insurance company. Then the Mr. Regnier find the ring also.
Okay, they have sent the complaint to the insurance company and they got the claim as well as the ring. Fine. Yes, Vanshika.
Ma'am, they can. Ma'am, we can do that. We can go to police station and tell an company that our ring is missing.
Yes, the ring was actually stolen and they went to the police. All right. Yes, Aryan.
Ma'am, Mr. Regnier have not sew the clothes of the man properly, and the man have the ring.
Okay, yes, that can be also happened. Actually, the girl was just a diversion. The girl was just to divert their minds, and the ring was actually with the man. Very good. Yes, Dolly.
Ma'am, it should ended like the ring was not there in the tray, so they have written the message or anything to the insurance company, and they had brought a new ring like that same only.
All right. Yes, Srijana, you want to add something?
Ma'am, I want to change it that Ma'am, like Mr. Reginus want the insurance money, that's why he has only hidden the ring.
Very good. He only wanted the ring. Like Dolly said that they did not find and they buy a new one. But it could be that Mr. Agnew was actually greedy and he wanted the money as well as ring, so he hid it. Very good. So these were the different ends we could create with a single story. For tomorrow's class, please read the rules of phrases and clauses. We have already done phrases and clauses in class 5. Please find out what we have already done and what is a phrase and what are clauses. Fine, we'll start with a new thing for phrases and clauses. And again, you do not have to do any written part for chapter 6. Fine, class?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Alright. So I'm ending the class for the day. Have a nice day. Please take care of
Bye.
yourself. The weather is changing.
Bye, ma'am.
Fine.
Bye,
Bye
ma'am.
everyone.
Bye, ma'am. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.